be back, ladies and gentlemen.
I know I said the next game was going to be against the Yankees, but given how much of a pretty serious run we had to go on just to even keep ourselves afloat, I figured we'd have our first game against the Twins, first game against Minnesota here. So, what is up, YouTube? I'm your friendly neighborhood N-Man64, bringing you the next episode of MLB Power Pros. In the last episode, we had our first game with JD, and he pitched 8 solid innings for us, which was good because apparently we needed it. Look at the schedule that we've had. So far, we currently sit at 14-10 in third place in the division. Not good enough to be a wild card or the division winners, but hopefully we'll be able to round into form after a few pretty big trades I've made. And I do mean a few because, let's see. Team stats. Where's the thing that you can find all your moves transaction list? I thought there was a thing for the check your transactions. Oh, here it is. Okay. Look at all these trades I've made. All to acquire just a handful of players. This has been absolutely insane in the first few weeks. So we have Mike Piazza, who finally is our DH. We got Scott Kazmir and Ty Wigginton from Tampa, which involved us trading Tony Batista and another prospect, and Francisco Rosario. Then we flipped Wigginton to the Padres to get Russell Branyan, and then we flipped Jorge Sosa to the Pirates to get Ian Snell. All that just to remain competitive. Because our offensive numbers are putrid, but our pitching is pretty much the only thing keeping us in games. So, with a bit more thump in our lineup, I'm kind of hoping that we can, you know, turn things around here. Because we played a lot of games at home. And with this rotation, I'm kind of hoping we can go on a run where we can probably maybe pounce on the division lead at least. If we can't, then oh well. But I'm going to give it the best I can because we are playing a game against the Twins today. In this particular game, the Minnesota Twins are one of the most dangerous teams in baseball, so I figured may as well show each of the really good teams once in a while.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're bringing
and then, of course, our playoff clinching game, should we be lucky enough to get the
Minnesota Twins.
Because I have Tankersley on the mound, that means we're very likely going to have it be a bullpen game. So, like, maybe he'll go like 5 or 6 innings. But then after that, we'll worry about that. So, let's see some of these guys' stats. Yeah, Andrew is right about what I expected him to be. Decent at driving in runs, no power. Enox is actually probably our best overall player as of this moment, but I'm hoping maybe with a couple of games we'll be able to turn his run around.
Starting for Las Vegas is Tankersley.
All right, so Tankersley lost 2 games so far. If he can at least give me 6 decent innings, I think we'll be able to.
Dribbler down the third base line, foul ball.
We'll be fine. It sucks that I traded one of our top young third basemen for him.
Foul.
To have to make these moves, but you know what? We need. If I want to win the World Series, the future's got to be damned in some spots. So maybe I'll draft. Maybe I'll use the player registration to register a few more players.
Next up, Nick Punto. Save it first. Next up,
so Branyan is a little out of place at third base.
He pulled that one well. He's under it. He got it.
The thing that matters is we're keeping these guys.
Tankersley.
We got to keep these guys off the scoreboard. If we can do that, I think we will be in good hands.
Hit high in the air towards third.
Because Tankersley is not any of the wipeout guys that I have in my rotation.
No runs, 1 hit.
But if I can go into the Yankee game with a pretty decent record, I'd actually be very happy with that. All right, so Scott Baker. Having a pretty poor year. A Scott Baker-ish year. He was always one of those guys who was like never good enough to be in the upper echelon of starters, but he was never bad enough to be considered like bad. He was just like, he existed.
He's set to deliver the first pitch.
He was actually the ace of a few random Minnesota teams in the late 2000s after they traded Johan.
There's a line shot toward the left fielder. The ball has hit the outfield for a
Alright, so
base
the
hit.
line drive strategy still seems to work, at least when I
The
play.
first run of the game in the first inning. Enoch batting in the clutch hits the ball to left center field. Las Vegas has 2 hits in the game today. Next at bat, Aguilar.
And Punto spears the liner.
Next at bat, Mike Piazza.
Alright, Piazza. Let's see what at bat he can give me. And that was terrible. That was my bad because my finger slipped.
That's the final out. What?
Oh well.
The Twins.
As long as I have some sort of production coming somewhere. It sucks that I had to trade Tony Batista too, but that was the only way I was going to get the Russell Branyan trade done.
Morneau grounds to second and is retired. Next at bat.
Well, and for those of you worrying about me giving up a ton of prospects for this, don't worry, we have a draft coming up. So it's not coming quickly, but it's coming up, so we shouldn't have too much to worry about.
That's a strike. He's behind.
If I can just tread water with this team for a little bit.
The ball has hit the outfield for a base.
Jamie Wright is not getting hit, and JD is pitching magnificently as a number 2. So if Kazmir and the other guys I've gotten just be like decent, we should be okay.
That's the final.
And we got you. Nice try. Don't run on my right field.
1 man left on base.
All right, Branyan. How are you hitting?
Las Vegas are now up to bat, riding a
269, 3 runs batted in.
Deliver the first
catch. Not terrible.
Dribbler off the bat, throwing to first.
I do really need some. I do really need some big bats.
On an infield grounder.
That's. We're not gonna. We've won so many early games, 1-0, that I don't. We're not gonna. That's not sustainable.
Whiteman gets a base hit.
And I think this is going to be the last game I'm able to record today. I will try to record more tomorrow, but I can't make any promises.
Next at bat, Sal Fasano. He's set to deliver the first pitch. Line drive right past second, hit to right field. Fasano gets a base hit to right field. Las Vegas has 4 hits in the game today. Next up, West, riding a 5-game hitting streak.
See, as long as it looks like as long as we keep hitting with contact, we're good to go.
West gets a base hit to center field. Las Vegas has 5 hits in the game today. The ball is heading for home like a bullet. Las Vegas extends the lead to 2.
And you got him. Nice throw, Torrey Hunter.
The Twins are leading off in this inning with the last batter in their lineup.
I just need 6 innings from Tankersley. If I can get 6 innings from him, I'll be very happy.
Bartlett struck out in 3.
I don't need 9 innings. I don't need like 12 innings, and I definitely don't need 3 innings. If I can get 6 innings from him, even if he gives up a couple of runs, I'll be happy.
Castillo is retired on an infield grounder. Next at bat, Nick Punto. He grounded to third his last time up. Landed fair down the third baseline. Out. There's the third out. Las Vegas are leading off in this inning with the number 2 batter.
I can't believe Enoch's a ball player and is my best player to start.
He smacks the first pitch.
At least my best position
between
player.
second and shortstop. Hit to center field.
I thought for sure it was going to be like
Enoch gets a base hit to center field. Enoch hits back-to-back base hits. Next up, Aguilar. He lined out to the third baseman.
Just got under that one, but it. Oh wow! Just at the wall. That sucks.
Gets a base hit. Next at bat, Mike Piazza. Las Vegas could stretch their lead here.
Piazza singles. I mean, I could make it a double, but I want to see what Russell's got muscle.
Russell Branyan has a chance to increase their lead, riding a 3-game
That's a double play ball.
Now at the plate.
But they'll go for the run and they'll go for the scoring run instead.
Whiteman got a single in his
last Whiteman, what can you do here?
First pitch goes to the opposite field.
Driving some runs, beautiful.
Stop at third. Solid hit to shallow left. Whiteman batting in the clutch gets a hit to left field.
All right, Andrew. If you had to put on your big boy pants, Andy, now is the time.
Count 1-1.
This is juiced. 1 out.
Big swing to right field. Look at it go.
Oh, that's extra bases.
That one comes off the wall.
May not be the home run I wanted, but that's extra bases.
To 4. That's the 3rd run this inning for Las Vegas. Sal Fasano got a single in his last at-bat.
Wow, Fasano sucks. I don't know. I don't usually use him, which is the weird thing.
Fasano gets a base hit.
But usually the game gives me like 5 catchers to work with. This game only gave me 3, so I kind of didn't have a choice.
Home. There's one.
All right, so we'll get another out. And Timmy.
Here we go for the first pitch.
Game wide open.
Stroke for a hit. Bartlett caught that one. That's the
I was
final
about
out.
to be like, maybe, but no.
And we're going
Bartlett's a
into the
good...
fourth
One
inning.
thing you can
Riding
always
a
count on the
5-game
Minnesota
streak
Twins
is
of
now
this
at the
era
plate.
to do really right is defense. They
Aguilar
were
caught that
really
one.
good.
One away. Tankersley retires the batter with
Hunter,
a liner to right
Morneau,
field.
Mauer,
Next at bat, Michael Kadire.
Bartlett.
He popped up to the infield his first time up. Drops in for a
Right.
base hit. Kadire gets a base hit to center field. Next at bat, Justin Morneau. He made an out first time up with an infield grounder. Foul ball.
So far, we're still doing good.
That's a
4
strike.
innings.
Count 0-2.
I just need you to get me 5. I need you to get me 6.
Right between
Ah,
second base and
shit.
shortstop,
Why would you...
hit to center field.
Why did you give me the second baseman when it was going right to the pitcher? I hate when this game does that.
He already has 6 homers in April. The ball has hit the outfield for a base hit.
Yeah,
to
we'll
right
let
field.
the
The
run
second
score
base
here.
runner tries home during this
There's
throw.
nothing I could have done
Rondell
about
White
that.
has had a base hit already in this game. Swing and a miss. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. White strikes out. Jeff Cirillo has been in top form as a batter this season.
Now, there is one more player
towards the
I'm going to
pitcher.
try to get. Why? You give me the shortstop when the shortstop is past the ball. Why would you do
Next
that?
at bat, Jason Bartlett. Ground
I
ball
hate
going between
this
shortstop and third.
stupid computer does this.
There's the third
It
out.
automatically assigns you.
2 runs.
Go
4
give
hits,
me the...
no
If you're
errors,
going
2
to
men left on
automatically
base.
assign me a fielder, assign me a fielder that is the
The number
closest
2,
to the
3,
ball.
and 4 batters
Not
are
the
due
one the
up
ball's
this inning.
going to.
Here we go with
The
the
one
first
who's
pitch.
closest to the ball.
He smacks the first pitch.
Good freaking God.
It comes off the wall. The batter is going for second. The batter stops at second base.
I think I'd have to try so hard. And again, I am an expansion
Got a
team,
single in his
so...
last at bat. He belts one off the
If I
first
really
pitch.
wanted it easy, I would have went with the Mets because the Mets almost always
That
win the
one is
World
off the
Series in
wall.
this game. Unless, of course, you like
Mike
trade from
Piazza
your team.
got a single in his last at bat. Just missed the outside corner for a ball.
I would love a 3-run homer here, Piazza. Show that we have some pop in our lineup.
Big swing to center field. This one is ripped and it is carrying.
Yeah! 3-run rocket.
He got nailed when he tried to take that
Get those
strike.
runs back.
8-2. Las Vegas extend their lead to 6. He touches home base after circling around the bases. Now in the batter's box, Russell Branyan. If he gets a hit, every player in the lineup
All right,
will
we
have
chased
at least
Baker out of
one
the
hit.
game. Unfortunately,
Riding a 3-game hitting
now they're
streak is
deciding to
now
bring in
at the
their
plate.
best
There's a
lefty
timeout on the field.
reliever.
The Twins
Who should be in their
bringing
rotation,
pitcher.
if you ask me,
Baker leaves
but-
the mound. Liriano is the second pitcher for
I
the
don't
team
make
to take
the- I
the
don't
mound in
make
this
the
game.
rules.
One away.
For some strange
He's
reason, they
set
have him
to
as a
deliver the first
reliever when he
pitch.
should be a starter.
First pitch is stripped
Liriano.
for a hit. Foul ball.
Especially since they would make him a starter when, like, after this year. But, again,
Infield
I don't
grounder.
make the rules.
They're throwing to first. Out. 2 away. Whiteman grounds to second and is
All
retired.
right.
He's set to deliver the first pitch. He hits the first pitch.
And
Castillo caught that one.
All
There's
right.
the third out.
I can live with that.
They are leading off in
All
this
right,
inning.
Tankersley,
Their batting
I need
lineup.
you to
Luis
get
Castillo
me
has had a base
2
hit
more
already in
innings.
this game. Foul.
You get me 6 more outs, and I can guarantee you
the
your
opposite
first
field.
big league win.
The ball has hit the outfield for a base hit. It's a base
What?
hit to the outfield. The batter has rounded
I
first to
didn't
second.
tell him to
The batter
jump.
stops at second
Why
base.
did he
Castillo
jump?
Gets a double to center field. Next up, Nick Punto. Out.
Hey, you're out by a
One away.
mile. Sit your $5
Castillo
ass
is receiving
down.
treatment right now.
Castillo.
He pulled that one well.
He
Foul
who
ball.
dropped the ball.
Pop fly to the catcher. He got it. 2 away. Tankersley retires the hitter on a pop-up to the catcher. Next up, Joe Mower. Riding a
knows what he
5-game
did.
hitting streak is now at the plate.
I
Line drive to center
would
field.
get footage of
Drops
that
the second.
game when he dropped it, but I know baseball is
Gets a base hit to
extremely
center
stingy
field.
with
Michael Kadire
allowing you
got a
to
single in his
put
last
some
at-bat.
content of theirs online, so I'm not even
It's a
going to bother.
strike. He's behind his
If you guys really need to see it, you can look it up online
ball to right at
yourselves. Luis Castillo drops the ball.
No runs, 2 hits, no error.
It is a game it is a moment that Yankee fans
Bad, but it
relish,
looks like he cannot play any longer today.
and it's a game that Met fans cringe at.
Las Vegas
All right.
are now up to bat. Here we go for
I
the
might have
first
to
pitch.
start considering
He belts
moving
one off the
on
first
from
pitch.
Fasano as well, because he doesn't seem to be
It's a hit.
hitting unless
Hunter
I'm
is going after it. The batter has
What's the
rounded first
goddamn
to
point
second.
of me using
The batter
him if
stops
he's
at
just
second
gonna
base.
hit
Fasano
like that?
has 3 base hits in a row now.
Not hit when I'm
Next at
not.
bat, West. He belts one off the first pitch. Throwing to second.
Yeah, I'm not getting doubled off. I know Fasano's speed isn't the
He's
best.
set to deliver the first pitch. Throwing to second. Throwing to third.
There you go.
Beats the
Now
tag.
we F
Save
him
at
up.
third. The ruling is a fielder's choice.
If you want just one runner to run, just press the B button and
Here
point
we
in the
go for
direction of
the
the base
first
runner you
pitch.
want
That's
to
a
run.
strike. Catcher
In
throws to
case in
second.
point, Timmy will steal
He's in there
second.
before the tag. Safe at second. That's a stolen base.
Now we have 2 runners in scoring position with 1 out.
Line drive to second. The runners go back
And
to
of
their
course,
bases.
this nobody who replaced Luis Castillo makes a leaping grab.
He's
Probably
set
never
to
made a
deliver the
leaping
first
grab in
pitch.
his life after that.
He got it. That's the final out.
Whatever.
No runs, 1 hit, no errors.
Also,
2
in
men
case you're
left on
wondering,
base. At the end of the 5th inning,
characters
Las
that
Vegas 8, the
have,
Twins
or
2.
baseball players that have names Great something or
6th inning
other,
is coming up next.
those are
Here we go
baseball
for the
players
first
who did
pitch.
not
It's a
allow
strike.
their likenesses to be in video games without getting
He's
like
behind
monetary
in the count.
compensation.
Count 1
They're
and 2.
players who are not members of the MLB PA. So every other player here is a member of the MLB PA.
Torrey
Torrey
Hunter drove in
Hunter,
a run in his last at bat. He already has 6 homers
Mike
in
Piazza,
April.
Russell
2 away.
Branyan, stuff like that. They're all members of
already in this game. Strike.
MLB PA. Players who are not members of it, such as Barry Bonds and a few others,
There's the third out.
will be named
No runs,
Great.
no hits, no errors.
So like when if we play the San Francisco Giants, when Barry Bonds is in left field, he will be called Great
Now
Gonzalez.
facing the number 4, 5, and 6
And
batters.
then
Here we go for
another
the first
player
pitch. He hits the first pitch.
on the Cincinnati Reds, I believe, is a shortstop, Alex Gonzalez, who is named
Gets a base hit to center
Great
field.
Kennedy.
Next up, Russell Branyan.
And then
if he gets a hit,
the
every
first
player in
baseman for the
lineup will have at
Baltimore
least
Orioles, or
one
the
hit.
DH for the
Riding
Baltimore
a
Orioles,
3-game
Kevin
hitting
Millar,
streak is now at the plate.
is known
that one's
as
going deep.
Great Johnson.
Hunter goes back.
There's a few other players that fit that mold, but for the sake of argument, I just wanted to give you off a few examples. So if you see a great person and you're trying to figure out who Great Johnson is,
First pitch goes to the opposite field.
yeah, no,
between first and second.
those players are not members of the MLB PA, and as a result, if you wanted them in your game, you'd probably have to license them directly from them, in which case they'd probably get cuts of your revenue, which is why baseball games like this and MLB The Show usually just either write the player out or they just do something else with it. And Andrew, his first home run was a grand slam.
Las Vegas
Cool.
extend their lead to 10. He touches home base after circling around the bases.
All right.
He's a solid 3 for 3 in
I'll
this
take
game.
that. Teeing off on Liriano.
Here we go for the first pitch. He connects with the first pitch. The second baseman makes the play to first base. Out. Fasano grounds to second and is retired.
I don't usually end up using those great guys, but I'm just pointing out that if you're curious as to why a player is not where you expect them to be,
makes the
that's
play
the answer.
unassisted. 2 away.
I believe that's also a factor in these other games, so that's why, like, if they ever did like an MLB Greatest Players game, you probably wouldn't have be able to have guys who were not members of the MLB PA in the game. So like Barry Bonds would not be able to be like on the Greatest Players roster or something like that.
Enox has had a
Wow,
double
triple.
already in this game. Here we go.
Enox.
The first pitch. Big swing into right center.
And wow, extra bases.
It's a hit. Kadire is going after it. He throws to the cutoff man.
Go for triple, go for triple, go for triple, 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 triple. Nice, back-to-back
Las
triples.
Vegas go right through the batting order. There's no stopping them.
Can Liriano get an out?
First pitch. He hits the first pitch.
No, he can
Ball is hit
apparently.
the outfield for a base hit. Aguilar batting in the
chase him
clutch
out of the
gets a
game.
hit to right field. Aguilar gets a base hit, his third of the day. Mike Piazza got a single in his last at bat. The pitcher makes a pickoff attempt to first.
Let's see, Aguilar. Not much of a base stealer from what I recall. He's pitching around
Going to the
Piazza
opposite
here.
field. Ground ball right between first and second.
Piazza don't
To
care.
right
He's
field.
just going to get another hit.
Piazza gets a base hit to right field.
Right.
Piazza has
Branyan.
base hits in his last 4 at bats. Russell Branyan got a
When
double
Russell
in his last
Branyan
at-bat.
gets a hit off of a lefty, then you know everything's just going down.
He throws to the cutoff man. Branyan hits an RBI double up the alley in right center. Whiteman got a single in his last at bat.
Up and that was close to being in that little lucky pocket there.
And the second base runner
Yeah, the Twins are getting clocked
That's the
here.
9th run this inning for Las Vegas.
They're keeping Liriano in, though. I'll give them that. That's impressive.
He's set to deliver the first pitch.
I would have given up,
Goes back.
but they need the length from their starter, and oh my God.
Left on base.
9 runs in that inning. That is
And the game
insane.
heads into the 7th inning. Jeff Cerrito
All right,
has had
I
one
promised you,
RBI so
Tankers
far
League.
in
You
this
gave me
game.
6 innings. We take the rest from here. And that is exactly what I plan to do. Don't have a lot of options for the bullpen right now. But I'm going to go with Callaway.
Timeout. Las Vegas are putting in a new pitcher. Callaway is the second pitcher for the team to take.
Not that I expect him to be flawless. I just need to get 9 outs now, because there's no way we're losing this game. If we lost a game where I had a 15-run lead, I would quit this LP.
Is retired on an infield grounder. Young is now at the plate. He went into this game in the 5th inning.
There we go.
No runs.
That's how you catch a fly ball.
Las Vegas 17.
I know they want us to do the 7-inning stretch here.
Pasano has had a big hit already in this game.
Another thing that's really weird about this game in particular, the 7th-inning stretch in this game is weird, because usually whenever you do the 7th-inning stretch in a baseball game, they play Take Me Out to the Ball game. Apparently this game either thought that Take Me Out to the Ball game wasn't in the public domain, or someone was fighting them for it, which is weird. But then, the weirdest part was when I did the MLB Power Pros World Series last year. They flagged a couple of the videos for using Take Me Out to the Ball game from Angels in the Outfield.
He might have overdone that one a little.
Because apparently, Take Me Out to the Ball game is not in public domain if you say, oh, well, it was in Angels in the Outfield.
That's a strike. He's behind.
That makes no flipping sense, but whatever.
Dribbler off the bat.
I think that's a double play ball.
How about first? Save it first.
Ooh, Timmy, nice job. Keep the inning alive, Tiger.
Strike.
All right. And oh no, that's gonna be foul.
Comes in.
I was gonna say, if that toes the line, that would be the funniest thing ever.
Routine ground ball. Throwing to first. There's the 3rd out. No runs.
All right, just got to get 6 more outs.
4 batters are due up this inning. It's a strike. He put that
one more time through the heart of the Twins lineup, and we're good to go.
Out. 1 away. Punto grounds to second and is retired. Joe Mauer got a single in his last at-bat. It's a strike. Swing and a miss, strike 3. We are really seeing a great performance.
This will be so much easier in the next Power Pros game.
Liner to left field.
Nothing against this game in particular, but it'll just be so much easier to do in the next game.
Kadire gets a base hit to left field.
Because the next game I'm not doing the expansion mode. I'm just going to pick a team and run with it. I haven't decided which team I'm going to use yet. I may leave it up as a poll for you guys as I'm working on this, but I have not decided.
Drops in for a base hit.
And you dove and you missed it. I'm not mad. I'm not mad in the slightest. As long as you're giving out effort and not doing what that scumbag Peter was doing and just watching it go through. The ball rolled. You know what also rolled? I rolled down the hill because I'm a little fat little piece of... Whatever.
We are now facing the number 4, 5, and 6
Whatever.
batters.
All right. Let's see if we can get some insurance
Mike
runs.
Piazza hit the first pitch.
We shouldn't need the insurance runs, but you never know. So Piazza gets a single.
Gets a base hit.
I need Russell Branding to come alive.
Here we go, the first pitch. That's a strike.
Maybe over the next few weeks he'll be able to explode at the plate before we get to Yankee Stadium.
Fly to shallow left field.
Yes, we are going to play the Yankees at home first, but I'm honestly tired of seeing the stadium. I want to see some other stadiums in the game.
Foul ball.
One thing I noticed, which is weird though, we're not playing the Red Sox at all this year.
Big swing to center field.
Like, I think we're playing every team in baseball, every team in the American League at least one time, with the exception of the Red Sox. I don't get how that works. I mean, I know we're playing, I think, the Twins multiple times.
It's a homer! See ya!
Oh, thank you, Andrew. 2 grand slams in one night. Thank you.
Sal Fasano has had a double already in this game. Timeout. The Twins are putting.
I can't complain about Andrew's lack of power now. He had 2 grand slams in one night. How many players have hit 2 grand slams in one game?
He drives it to the opposite field.
I know players have hit 2 grand slams. I know the only player to hit 2 grand slams in the same inning was Fernando Tatis Sr., not Jr. And then I know Josh Willingham's done it. I'd imagine one of the big power hitters like Hank Aaron or something's done it. I'll have to take a look and see. Maybe future me will edit it as a fun fact.
First pitch is stroked for a hit.
All right, 1 out. You stomped on my catcher's ankle, you piece of shit.
Here we go for the first pitch. He belts one off the
third
first
baseman.
pitch.
It's Nick Punto, isn't it, that little bitch?
Hunter goes back. There's a hit.
Bases loaded, 1 out. Aguilar at the plate.
They could capitalize on this.
Sack fly. I'll take it.
Send it home. Third base runner comes home. Aguilar hits a fly.
22 runs. Oh my God, this is disgusting.
He cashes in on the first pitch. There it goes.
Make that 25 runs.
This is one incredible lead for Las Vegas.
Can someone on the Twins record an out? I'm actually curious about that.
He belts one off.
Can anyone in the Twins bullpen record an out? Oh, you did it.
8 runs.
Good for you. Good for you, fam.
Too bad, but it looks like he cannot play any longer.
All right, so Fasano's out for the rest of the game. I'm going to try to trade him and see if I can get a decent backup option. Well, we'll just wait and see.
And now we are here in the 9th inning. Rondell White has had a base hit already in this game.
All right, so we'll...
Strike. That's a strike. Is in a big hole. Left of the pitcher.
Chop to the left side, and the pitcher, of course, boots it.
Jeff
Shit.
has had a base hit already in this game.
Switch to a different pitcher. Let's go with Campbell.
Timeout. Las Vegas.
Let's go with
putting
my
in a
boy
new pitcher.
Campbell.
Campbell is the third pitcher
ERA
for the team to take the mound in this game. It's a strike. He's behind in the count.
He's not going to have that for long.
He's gone. Cirillo.
It'd still be nice to see.
Our next batter, Jason Bartlett. That's a strike. Swing and miss again. Pulled inside. Hit to left field.
And it's over Branyan's head.
Young is now at the plate. He went into this game in the 5th inning.
There you go. There's a double play ball.
There's 2 double
and
play.
boom.
And that wraps it up.
All right. I don't really need to see the highlights because that was an absolute bloodbath.
This is his first major league victory. The losing
Hell, if you divide our
his
run
second loss
scores
this
by
season.
5, we still win. That was an absolute drubbing. Tankersley gets his first win. Piazza and Andrew both homered twice. We're doing good, actually, all things considered. I am curious to see if we can keep this going, but I'm not going to be recording anymore tonight. We're just past my threshold, unfortunately. So thank you guys for joining me. I'm your friendly neighborhood N-Man64. Join me next time when we go for our next big gun and our next big game, which will be at Yankee Stadium. So we're hopefully going to have to tread water for the next 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 games. If we can go like, I don't know, over the next 12 games, if we can go like 8-4, or like, would it be 6-6? I would gladly take 6-6. If we can do that, I will be incredibly happy. If we can't, we can't, but we'll just have to wait and see. Until we meet again, my lovelies, sayonara.